Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining me and thank you for your continued support. So, we all know that the PIP assessments can be very scary and very troubling and very stressful times. And as always, myself and other people who in this particular space often talk about recording your interview, either audio or whatever it might be, especially on telephone calls and things like that. It now appears as though that is something that the DWP might be looking to do themselves. So I'm going to show you the article real quick about some of the things they're going to be doing, and then you can let me know down in the comment section what you think. Let's take a look. People on one DWP benefit being summoned for interview which could be recorded. People on personal independence payments are being summoned to interviews with the Department of Work and Pensions which are being recorded. The warning for PIP claimants comes as disability and health-related benefits looks set to be in the firing line. Alex Easton, an independent MP for North Down, reached out to the Commons to ask the Secretary of State for Work and Pensions whether his department had issued guidance to Capita on routinely recording interviews for all personal independence payments assessments, and if he will make an assessment of the potential impact of requiring Capita to routinely record such interviews on a claimant's experience and access to information relevant to an appeal. So Stephen Timms replied, currently claimants can opt in to having their personal independence payment recorded. The East Ham MP said audio recording is available for face-to-face and telephone assessments with all the department's assessment providers. These arrangements are publicised on providers' websites and in assessment invitation letters. We announced in Pathways to Work Green Paper our intention to change this approach to one where we record all health assessments as standard, with a process for claimants to opt out of recording should they choose. Tim said, by doing so we hope to improve people's trust in the health assessment process, and we are currently developing our plans to implement this measure. We have not yet issued guidance to Capita or any health assessment provider about recording assessments as standard. The department is committed to monitoring the impacts of its policies. This includes monitoring the impact of audio recording health assessments as standard for disability benefits. And of course that's absolutely right. There are, at the moment you can opt for your assessment to be recorded. Now sometimes if you do that, especially if you do it when the actual assessment is about to take place, sometimes they have to rearrange it because they can't do it there and then, but it is something that you can ask for. But obviously they're looking at changing it so that now it's an automatically recorded, and then it's an opt-out. Basically you can opt out of having it recorded. Personally speaking, I wouldn't opt out. I would let them record it. I would personally also consider recording it yourself. Not that I don't trust the DWP, but you know, it can always help it can always do anything but help in the long run. It doesn't say anything in there about whether those will be accessible at appeal, so that could be a good reason for recording them yourselves, so that it is something you can submit to the tribunal should you need to have it appealed. But it looks good from that point of view. I mean, hopefully this recording of the assessments will helpfully make them more reliable, and will get rid of this inconsistency and disparity between what the claimant says and what the assessor says, because as I've seen many times before, people have said that what they've said in an interview the assessor hasn't said, or said something different, or basically not said the right thing. So hopefully if they do put in mandatory recording, it will help that process. But let me know down in the comment section what you think. Do you think it's a good idea that they're recording, or they're going to be recording every assessment? Do you think it should still be necessary for you to record it yourself? And also, would you always want it to be recorded, or would there be an occasion when you'd want to opt out of it? Let me know down in the comment section what you think. Please do subscribe if you got this far, and I'll see you next time.